Be sure it's streaming right. It's always got to double check sometimes.
What do you need? What information you gonna need from me to link it to my YouTube as well?
I'll probably have to connect your channel, but we can get that.
Yeah.
In a few active. Let's see here. What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy J Tuck. Real Cowboys fans, stand up. And y'all know what time it is, man. This is something we do every week. It's the weekly live show powered to you by the JJAANN app. So if you guys want to jump in on the fun, don't be a stranger. Don't be scared. Now, I'll say this, Sid. On Twitter, man, I get so many people like, yo, Tuck, have me on your show. Tuck, I want to be on your show. I want to sit down and talk football with you, Tuck. Here it is. Here is your opportunity to come onto the show, jump on, kick back, relax, and talk football. Don't say I never given y'all the opportunity. Now, a lot of people are probably saying, yo, Tuck, I thought this show was a Monday night show. Well, Sid, I got to tell a little story, man. I got to tell a little story, right? So yesterday, a good friend of mine who's a boxer, he's been a boxer for quite some time, it's like, yo, and also if you guys know, Koye Media, who's also a Cowboys content creator, he does a lot of boxing in Philadelphia. So we were having this conversation like, yo, Tuck, I think you should start boxing. I'm like, we'll see. So I reached out to a good friend of mine who's a trainer here in Kansas City. He's like, yeah, man, come on out for a workout. Coming out for a workout. Now, you guys follow me, City, you know this. I normally work out about 4 a.m. every morning. I get in the gym, I do my own thing, I have my own gym. So I worked out yesterday, business as normal. So I figured, hey, first day, we're going to kind of just walk around the gym. He's going to kind of teach me a few things, but nothing too crazy. Bro, when I tell y'all, I was so exhausted yesterday, man. By the time I got home, I just laid on the floor. I showered, I went right to bed, man. So we didn't do no live show yesterday. I didn't wake up and do no show this morning, but here we are. But tomorrow I'll be right back in the ring, man. But as y'all see, I got my guy. It's your boy Sid in the building, man. Sid, how's things going, bro?
Yo, things are good, man. Yo, I can relate about your gym story because people don't realize, like, when you lift weights and then when you try and incorporate the cardio aspect to it,
Right.
It takes a toll on you. Tackle season's about to start for me,
Uh,
so I started hitting the treadmill, and man, I was sore. Like I felt like I couldn't run, man. So I feel your pain, and congrats on it, man. I hope you enjoy it. I used to do a little bit of boxing back in my day, and it's good for conditioning, man. And keep going,
right.
man.
Yeah, it's a sport, man, I've always watched and loved, but just never tried it. And I always felt like, Tuck, could you do it? Now, to be honest, I'm old as dirt. You know what I'm saying? So y'all not gonna be seeing no prize fights. Y'all not gonna be seeing no prize fights with my name on the flyer, right? But it's good to kind of get in there and get the training and get the mental aspect of it, man. Because he's like, every punch comes with an insurance policy. That's what they're teaching me. Like, you can't just throw rights and let the hands fly. Like, you have to have a strategy, and keeping your arms up for nine rounds, bro. It's tiring, man, but definitely fun. So y'all definitely gonna get some boxing content once I clean things up. But y'all ain't gonna see it for a while. You ain't gonna see it for a while, man. But yo, Sid, we are coming up on the NFL draft here in Kansas City, and there's been a lot of interesting conversation. When it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, what are they gonna do with the 26th pick? Now, I said this on Twitter today. Cowboys fans, what you have to focus on, there's 3 ways you can go into the draft with an approach, right? You can go into a futuristic approach, right? So this is the type of player you think, 4 or 5 years down the road, this is going to be our all-pro player, a high-caliber player, right? You can go in with the win-all approach, right? The win-all approach is like, hey, we feel like we're on the cusp for winning a championship. If we get this one thing, it's going to put us over the top. And then there's insurance policies. Insurance policy, that's kind of like what we did last year with Tyler Smith. It's like, okay, if something happens with Tyron Smith, we have this insurance policy if he goes down. So let me ask you this, Sid, kind of knowing what I just went through, what is your thought process that you think the Cowboys should go into the draft as far as their belief in their philosophy?
Listen, there's a lot of rumors right now going around that the Dallas Cowboys are aiming towards a running back. Now, with that being said, I feel that it'll be the right route. Look, we got to be honest. Do we think Tony Pollard is going to stay with us next year? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm so skeptical. I hope so.
Right.
But I hope they don't go and franchise tag him again because, that's, to me, that would make no sense. So I think they're leaning more towards a running back. And then there's a rumor about, do we draft a QB? Do we start thinking about, it's so up and down right now.
Right.
What's needed and what the Dallas. You said it last time we were on the show. Jerry Jones comes out of left field sometimes, man.
Right.
You think he's gonna do? You're like, okay, we're going for this, and then next, he drafts another direction,
right?
And then you're like, what did I miss?
Right.
all that research we just did leading up to the draft, then Jerry Jones throws a curveball at you.
Yeah, and that's the fun part of the draft, right? And I feel like this is the fun situation that we are in, Cowboys Nation. This is the first draft in a long time that I can remember, Sid, where we did a lot of the heavy lifting up front in the offseason already. So it's like, I don't feel like we're going to the grocery store hungry. Speaking of draft, man, can y'all see that back there? Hold on, let me y'all see that back there, man?
I see you.
Yeah.
But you know what? How do you take Zeke down, bro? Where'd Zeke go?
Zeke's in the living room. I mean, Zeke's in my other man cave, man. So Zeke's in the other. He done moved on out, man. But I got to give a quick shout out, man, to JJAANN Framing, man, out of California. They do incredible framing work, y'all. So look them up on Instagram. But they blessed me with this Micah Parsons masterpiece, man. I have the rookie card, the rookie photos, the autographed jersey, man. But this is the first time I've done a live stream with it posted up, man. It just caught my eye.
I saw you posted with it. Yo, think about us little guys in Canada, man. Think about us out here, man. We don't have that kind of stuff out here. Yo, believe it or not, NFL is huge in Canada, but we don't have the merch. The merchandise is not here.
Yeah.
We got to order from the US. We got to pay all these duties. It's crazy, man. Somebody needs to come out here and open up a shop.
Yeah, what kind of pivot? Like I said, we like to freestyle on when we go live. You know what I'm saying? When we do the freestyle type of shows, man. So, kind of a quick story about the Micah Parsons jersey, right? My guy BJ Nix will tell you this. So I got the jersey on that's the Pro Bowl jersey from last year from the rookie season. And I posted on Instagram like, yo, got this Micah Parsons rookie Pro Bowl jersey, right? And so then I get an inbox from a message and it was like Micah Parsons. And it was like, yo, send that to me so I can sign it. And I was like, all right, well, let me double check. This is the real Micah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me, because nowadays everybody's verified, So I was like, all right. So me and Micah kind of had a conversation. He was like, yo, shoot it to me. Okay, cool. So I sent it down to Frisco to the practice facility. Okay. 3 days go by, 4 days go by, week goes by, a month goes by.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then of course, Micah, he's a huge celebrity, right? He's not returning any of my DMs. So I'm panicking like, bro, I just lost my Pro Bowl jersey. Like, these things are hard to get. I'm freaking out. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling, like, salute to the girl who works the front desk at the Star in Frisco. She was probably sick of me calling because I'm sending people who I know in the media, like, go check, like, see if this package is there, right? And then probably like 3 months later, Micah just sends me a message on Instagram like, yo, bro, my bad. I forgot all about it. It's written right here. I'm signing it right now. And he sent it right back to me. And I was like, thank God, you know what I'm saying? But I was flipping out, man. Like, I lost my jersey, man. But salute to Micah for being the real one, man. But I was freaking. I was about to send my mom down there to the Star and like, just go check. Like, someone go get this damn jersey. So I actually bought another one off of eBay and come to find out it's a fake one. I'm like, I don't even want this jersey. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I've been through a lot to finally get that masterpiece, but it came out great. But
so Mike Parsons signed it. Did he send you anything else with it, or he
signed that, and he sent one of those photos back there. So I think the photo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's just a photo of Micah. So salute to Micah, man, the Lion, man. I appreciate you, bro. Like, appreciate the Lion, man. So yeah, going back to the draft. All right. So we have those 3 types of approaches, Sid. So you mentioned the running back, and I see my guy Martin talks Cowboys. It's like people really don't want to draft Bijan. Can you imagine Bijan and Pollard packages you can do with them?
Yeah.
This is a win now. Me personally, if I am trying to win now, which, Sid, I believe you trying to win now. I mean, you tired of watching the Cow. You know what I'm saying? You trying to win now?
20 plus years, bro.
Yeah.
20 plus years, man.
Yeah. Everybody in the chat, y'all trying to win now, or do y'all want to win in 2027 or 2028? Me personally, I'm trying to win ASAP. And so this was the conversation I was having on Twitter, y'all. If you want to win now and you have a caliber of player of Bijan Robinson sitting there at 26, you don't pass up on it. You don't pass up on it. It's the same approach when we got CeeDee Lamb at the 17th pick. Remember, there was conversations about us taking Clavion Chasen, who was the edge rusher. There's also like Cesar Ruiz out of Notre Dame, who was a center at that time in that 2020 draft. But what happened? Judy went. All right. And then, then Ruggs went. And so we're sitting back watching the board like, is there a possibility that CeeDee Lamb could fall to the Cowboys? And here's what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation. When the draft gods bless you, you take your blessing and you don't ask no questions. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Bijan Robinson, what I want Cowboys fans to stop doing, Sid, stop thinking of him as a running back. He's just a running back. Think of him as a game changer. Now, you can say what you want. Yes, there are other running backs in this year's class, but he is a game changer that if you can plug in this offense, it changes things day one. Remember this, Sid, back in 2016, when we drafted Zeke played how many reps in preseason? Maybe 4 or 5. That was the last game versus Cam Chancellor. He kind of got that warm-up game. And the reason why, the running back position, y'all, is the easiest position to learn. So there's not going to be this huge learning curve when it comes to Bijan Robinson if he is there, y'all. And what you also have to understand, when it comes to the running back position, why does everyone knock Ezekiel Elliott? Because we paid him. We paid him too early. You don't pay running backs, which that's a whole conversation for a whole different show. But if you're able to get a player like Bijan Robinson, you are getting the best years out of this player for cheap. Bijan Robinson in his 6th, 7th year isn't going to be better than Bijan Robinson in his 1st and his 2nd year. So you're able to get a weapon and get the prime years for a cheap value. you have to consider that. I don't care what team you are. Now selfishly, I want it for the Cowboys, right? But it's definitely a conversation to be had. So you see on Twitter, like everyone was like, no Bijan, you don't take a running back. Sid, let me ask you this. What's the difference between taking a running back at the 26th pick or the 32nd?
Not much. And let's be honest. Let's be honest about something. The chances of Bijan being there at 26
is slim.
It's very slim.
Right. It's slim.
Very, very slim.
We're just playing what if, right? We're just playing what if fantasy football, right?
We are.
But here's the main difference. If you draft Bijan at 26 versus draft him at 32, right? Day 2, you get him for 5 years for cheap versus 4 years.
Yep.
So wouldn't you want to have him for cheap for longer than so I get it, right? But here's what Cowboys fans are doing, and I see this all day on Twitter, right? Cowboys fans say you're not supposed to draft a linebacker that high. It just doesn't give you that value. Well, that paid off. You know what I'm saying? Right. Oh, well, Tuck, right? You're not supposed to draft a tight end that high, right? You're not supposed to draft a running back that high. You're not supposed to draft. Don't worry about the position value. Worry about the player, bro. Just like my guy Joe just said, Bijan's a different type of running back than most typical run. Exactly.
He is. He's on another level.
This isn't Clyde Edwards. This is completely different, bro. This is different.
Do you remember the year we drafted Michael Parsons? It's the same ordeal, man.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted Michael Parsons. Don't get Michael Parsons. We don't need him.
Off-ball linebacker. Off-ball linebacker.
Exactly.
We have Jalen Smith and we have LVE.
Yeah, exactly. So now they're doing the same thing with BJ.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And I bet you if we do draft BJ, he's going to come out and dog, and everybody's going to love him and say it was the best addition like we did with Michael Parsons.
Right. Because think about this, y'all. Go back to that 2016 draft, right? I was out there in Chicago. It was cold as hell. You know, I had my Florida State hat on. I had my Jalen Ramsey jersey on. Like, I thought I was good as golden, right? But the Cowboys already had 3 running backs. I think it was McFadden, Alfred Morris, and I think they brought back Lance Dunbar, right? And
was it Dunbar?
I think so. Somebody in the chat on there.
When did DeMarco Murray leave?
DeMarco Murray left after 2014, after the Dez Carter year.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So we're sitting there in the draft, right? Did we need a running back? Absolutely not. We had 3 guys already in house. We had 3 veterans already in house. But you had Ezekiel Elliott sitting there, who was a complete game changer. And look how that changed the course of our franchise. You think about this. If Romo goes down that year, and say what you want, you have a 4th-round quarterback stepping into the rookie season. If we didn't have that running game to lean on, we were probably getting washed out those games early, but we were able just to lean on the running back. So like someone just said in the chat, a running back can be a quarterback's best friend. It can make things so much easier on the quarterback. You have to consider it, bro. You have to consider it. But there's also other players out there. But I see a lot of the flack that a lot of Cowboys fans get for mentioning Bijan. I'm just like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that today, because make no mistakes about it, this kid's incredible. And so people say, well, know what, Tuck, we don't need Bijan. We can get Gibbs, right? So let's say, for instance, Jamari Gibbs, right? Bijan goes, let's say he goes at the 17th pick, right? Do y'all really think that the next running back isn't going to get drafted until 58? No. So once the first string gets pulled, other strings are going to get pulled, whether that's later in the rounds or early day 2. We are not an early day 2 pick. So to get you a Jamari Gibbs, or to get you a Devon A-Chain, or maybe a Zach Charbonnet, you're going to have to move up possibly day 2, because for those clusters of running backs to get there at 58, it's going to be a long stretch for that to happen. So like I'm saying, if you think that the running back position is where you can really go to get this team to a championship level, and you have the caliber of player Bijan staring you right in the face, you take it and you deal with it later, man.
Clebo just said, what's up, Jay Tuck? When did all this BS start about not drafting certain positions in the first round? So many QBs busy in the first round since 2010.
Yeah.
Check it out once you get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely, Clebo. You're making a great point, and I said that also online. So if you go through and look at the quarterbacks draft in the first round, it's not a slam dunk, right? actually
Nope.
go look how many times that the Detroit Lions went wide receiver early and crapped out. Look at what the Eagles have done at the wide receiver position. Look at safeties, look at corners. So you can say that for any position. I think what's happened in the social media era is that people find one little narrative, they toss out a stat, and then you follow it, Sid, then your followers follow it, and it's just a ripple effect. But I went and said, look at the running backs, right? You had Todd Gurley, Zeke, Saquon Barkley, Adrian Peterson, Christian McCaffrey. I'm trying to think of who else I listed. Chris Johnson, who went to the Titans, right? So there's like 10 running backs who went in the first round, and they came in the league gangbusters. Steven Jackson, who went to the Rams. Like, there's a lot of running backs who were drafted first round and hit and got off to the races instantly, right? Now, should you have paid them another long-term deal and get whole different conversations? But like I'm saying, out the gate, if you want a guy, you should focus on running back.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
I'm honestly with it. You know what? Joseph Sanders, edge players I thought we were going to go an edge player. I thought that's what we were going to really focus on, to be honest with you. I thought we were going to go for an edge rusher. But now it's taking a turn. And we got to start thinking, like you said, we got to start thinking about the future. And the future is not, unfortunately, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys don't believe in Tony Pollard being the future of running back.
Honestly, so I'm not thinking future, I'm thinking now, right? And the reason why is because, one, the reason why Bijan, or let's because people get uptight when I just say Bijan, right? Let's say Bijan and Jamari Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? I'll put two names in the hat. What they are able to allow us to do is they handle all three of those buckets, actually, Sid, right? They give us our win now, our biggest opportunity to win now for a simple plug and play player. They give us our future player in the future if you want to move on from Tony Pollard. And they also give us our insurance policy if something's wrong with Tony Pollard coming off that leg injury. Because what if Tony Pollard isn't the Tony Pollard that we know, right? So Bijan checks 3 boxes. Gibbs checks 3 boxes. So Cowboys Nation, don't completely just dismiss the running back position because it's the running back position. It fixes 3 key needs for us. Martin Talks Cowboys says Adrian Peterson, Chris Johnson, Deuce McAllister, Todd Gurley, Zeke, CMC, Saquon, Josh Jacobs. Right, exactly. All of those names, first round prospects that came in out the gate and pretty much changed the course of their franchise. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
they came out and dominated.
Yeah. So I just don't understand it, but a lot of people kind of just they slap labels on it, Sid. They slap labels on it.
You know what? I'm gonna like you said, we're gonna, when we go on this show, we go off topic for a second.
Yes.
I have a feeling, and
I got a feeling.
I don't know why. I have a feeling that releasing Zeke, I think he's gonna have a big year wherever he goes.
As long as it's
because he's gonna have something to prove. That's gonna come back to bite us in the ass, I think.
It's not going to come back and bite us, but it's going to come back and bite us as content creators, because we know how Cowboys fans are. So they're going to be watching every little thing that Zeke does and compares it to Tony Pollard. So if Zeke goes and plays for the Chargers and he scores 2 touchdowns and Tony Pollard doesn't get in the end zone game 1, see, we should have never got rid of Zeke. Tony Pollard, never should get, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it's going to hurt. Like, I feel like overall, the loss of Zeke is definitely going to impact things. But for the most part, man, it's just like, we saw it coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the hard thing about Zeke. Like, we saw it coming. The writing was on the wall, and that's why I felt so bad when I walked out of that stadium in San Francisco. It was just like, damn it, 21, 21 didn't get his day. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, it's really going to be that cross-examination for a lot of Cowboys fans. But for the most part, I don't feel that Zeke will be missed unless you play Madden. If you play Madden, Zeke's going to be missed, because I play with the updated rosters, and I got in the goal line, and Tony Pollard wasn't getting the job done. I was like, man, 21. But for the most part, on the field, pass pro, those types of things, you can find your running back that can really step in and fill that void. And there's lots of bell cow running backs as well.
So Martin Talk Cowboys says some people who don't want running back wants a tight end.
Yeah. So if you look at the tight end bust rate, it's drastically higher than running back. I mean, oh my God. I mean, the only guy who really came in out the gate and had, 1,000 yards was Kyle Pitts, but he's a little different. Kyle Pitts is a little different. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else, they struggle, and if you're going back to the tight ends from last year's class, the second round guys, it really didn't hit out the gate like that. So yeah, so it's like we can play this game all day, Sid, if we want. Look at Carson Wentz. Look at Jared Goff. Like, look at so you shouldn't look at Baker Mayfield. Correct. Baker Mayfield was the number 1 pick of the draft, wasn't he?
Yo.
You don't take running backs that early in the draft, right? So you know what I'm saying? So we could play this game all damn day, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cowboys fans, relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it happens, right? Voices have echoes now with social media. People find something and they believe it. Like
no matter what position we go, somebody's gonna have something to say.
Oh yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. My guy DJ Dog says I like Keanu Bitten, D tackle from Wisconsin. Yes, I think Law Nation just dropped a film session on him. High motor guy, and so what he did was he compared him to Mozzie Smith, who's kind of flavor of the week. From Michigan, defensive tackle. So go watch that, Keanu Bitten. If y'all can go grab that from Law's channel, post in the chat. That's my brother. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But go watch that. It's good content, but he's definitely a high motor guy. And there's a lot of draft guys, day 3, that can really have value. We're going to start our sleeper series on this channel next week, where I'm done talking about the fun guys. Now, kind of give you guys some insight, right? I'm probably much done. I'm at my 5th round grades right now. So I'm kind of just, separation. Because the hardest part for me this year is going to be my overall board. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm like in the 5th round. So I'm cleaning things up. But I got a lot of draft sleepers. A lot of guys that people aren't talking about, Cowboys Nation, that once you see them, you're going to be like, God, who's that? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to start that series next week, but definitely go check out Law Nation's Keanu Bitten. Now, outside of the running back position, Sid, what other position do you think that the Cowboys really need to address, whether it's day 1 in the 1st round or maybe day 2 in the 2nd round?
I still think we should look at the edge rusher position, I believe. Definitely wide receiver. I know Brandon Cooks is a good addition. He's a deep threat, but a lot of people, I've been, the media is, I'm 50-50 with this situation, right? He's not young anymore, right?
Right.
He's a guy that I think he'll probably be with us for a year. It seems like most of these wide receivers that we're getting are a year deal, right? So we got to start thinking long term as well. So we definitely got to start looking at the wide receiver position.
And here's where I agree with you. Like, not only because of like Brandon Cooks' age, right? But we're also seeing kind of Michael Gallup coming back from the ACL. Yep. Now, granted, he was kind of forced back, but it didn't feel Michael Gallup-ish to me, right? But here's something you also have to consider, Cowboys Nation. What happens if it's a hamstring, or what happens if it's a calf, or what happens if it's just a illness, and CeeDee Lamb, knock on wood, has to sit out?
Bro, don't. I
say knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Don't say it. Don't even knock on wood, bro. Don't even mention it.
But that changes our wide receiver room drastically, right? So here's what I'm excited about, Cowboys Nation. The Cowboys have had meetings with Quentin Johnson, who's getting a whole bunch of narratives.
I heard that.
They're meeting with Zay Flowers, right? They're meeting with Jalen Hyatt. They're meeting with my guy, Josh Downs. So it feels like the Dallas Cowboys definitely have kind of a sense of urgency at the wide receiver position, because even though they did restructure Michael Gallup, he didn't feel like Michael Gallup to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't feel like that. So why not fully go out there and load Dak Prescott with weapons? You hung him out to dry last year. You owe Dak. You know what I'm saying? You really owe Dak. So there's a lot of wide receivers in this class who I love. Now, a lot. And a lot of guys that can really come and fit, plug and play, and be just like that. Zay Flowers, Josh Downs, Quentin Johnston. Listen, y'all. I know I'm just one man. I'm just one little old man with a microphone, right? But I will say this. Y'all have to stop believing into these false narratives when it comes to Quentin Johnston. Do me a favor, CFO gang. Trust me on this one. This kid is a game changer. Now, I don't think he's going to beat her at 26. And y'all know, if y'all follow the channel closely, I dropped the film on Quentin Johnson. He was my very first prospect, but I just wanted to kind of get it out the way because I feel like we wasn't getting him, right? But there's a lot of lazy narratives about Quentin Johnson. And so wherever you're getting your information from, if don't get it from J Tuck, don't know what I'm saying? If anyone has things to say about prospects, being that we're almost 23 days away from the draft, say this simple phrase for me, Sid. You know what that phrase is? Show me.
No, go ahead.
Show me.
Oh, yeah.
Show me.
Yeah.
Show me. Show me. We are far enough in the draft process. If anybody, media, content creator wise, has a knock on a prospect, they should be able to show you. Right? I mean, if I could show you, right? We did last Friday, Sid, we did a 3-hour film session. We hung out, we had drinks, we watched film for 3 hours on about 12 different prospects. I can show you. I'm going to show you my work, right? I'm not just going to say so-and-so can't catch. I want to show you he can't catch. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I ask, Cowboys Nation, because right now it's narrative season. People are going to start dropping a lot of different things because, one, teams want players to slide. You know what I'm saying? Teams want players to slide, but, you know, just ask them, show me. Can you show me?
So I just want to disagree with DJG. Okay, right. DJG. I don't want a tight end. I'm with you on that. We need offensive line, not day one. I don't think I wouldn't go offensive line. That's my opinion. Day one. Okay,
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. Edge or a linebacker at 26. I believe there will be one. I wouldn't go any of those positions on day one. That's my opinion. What do you?
So to answer the first question, I do not want a tight end on day one. So Todd McShay had come out with his mock draft today, and I think he gave us Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame, who I love. Like he fits what the Cowboys like, and I've been saying this: if the Cowboys have a type at tight end, Michael Mayer or Michael Myers, he fits that, right? He fits that mold at the tight end position, right? He kind of feels you like Jason Witness, right? But here's what I'll say, DJ.
We're sacked.
If you tell me that, you know, the Cowboys are looking at this team currently as constructed, as we mentioned, all the things we have, the wide receiver, Tony Pollard, offensive line is what it is, and they say, you know what, a tight end that can stretch the field would really put this team over the top, then I'm all on board for the Dalton Kincaid. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm at, because Dalton Kincaid, he is pretty much a wide receiver playing tight end. Right, he can do a lot of things. He has speed, he has upside, but he's 24 years old. But if you firmly believe, you know what, Mike McCarthy sitting back, I like Jake Ferguson, I like Peyton Hendershot, but if I just got this one thing right, it would set my offense over the edge. You're the new play caller, you're the head coach, go get it, right? So that's my only thought process, right? Don't draft a tight end and really have no idea or any plans for it. If you go draft a Dalton Kincaid at 26, he better be out the gate and be involved heavily with this offense, which I just don't see it. But you never know, because that was the reason why.
I'm sorry, but you would go tight end over wide out?
Yes.
At 26?
Well, it depends. It depends, Sid. It depends on what is available, right?
Okay. If you're saying on what's available, I agree with you.
Right. So if you're sitting and say, okay, Quentin Johnson's gone, Zay Flowers is gone, let's say Josh Downs is gone, right? Okay, I understand it, because like I said, Dalton Kincaid is pretty much a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of understand it. You know, if you want to kind of use him as an inline tight end, but also flex him out wide, because he can play wide receiver as well. He did it at San Diego State, and then also before he transferred. So at Utah. So I would say, okay, I would understand that pick, but like someone like a Michael Mayer, right? He's just more of your tight end. He's just like the same old tight end that kind of fits that same Jake Ferguson, Hendershot type of mold, right? So I wouldn't be for that, even though I wouldn't be mad. But that was the reason why I kind of wanted Kyle Pitts in that draft, because once again, what did you say? Remember when you came back and you did a show, Sid, and you said Dak Prescott always throws his interception where?
Over the middle.
Over the middle, right? So
Always.
if you're able to get a tight end that can stretch the middle and really work the middle of the field and become quarterback friendly for Dak, that will probably fix your problem, Sid. So that's the only reason why I would be for it. But I still just feel like there's tight ends you can get. Yeah, Josh, he's 24 with back problems. Like, I'm just like, I mean, like, here's the thing, and I said this earlier.
Well, wait, I don't know why they're saying that, because if you remember clearly, and I'm going off a little bit here, Van Der Esch had neck problems coming in.
Yeah.
Right? And look what he did for us. Has he not been a dog overall?
I mean, Van Der Esch had when Van Der Esch came out the gate.
Yeah.
Fizzled out a little bit and kind of redeemed himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of been the circle when it comes to Van Der Esch. But with Dalton Kincaid, y'all, I promise you, and you guys know, this is damn near a tight end channel. If there was a tight end that I felt like was worthy that will really change this Cowboys offense at 26, I would be mocking him every time. Y'all be tired of hearing about it. Say, talk about somebody else. I guarantee you, I can get you guys a high quality tight end on day 2 of the draft. I promise. Just sit tight with me. I promise. I got you. Right? There's a lot of quality guys, and there just isn't that separation when it comes to this year's class. Some people like Kincaid, some people like Darnell Washington. I like Sam Laporta. You have so many different tight ends. Some people like Michael Mayer. Like, so many people have these different ideas, man. Yeah, Brock Bowers. Yes, let's go ahead. We should do like the NBA and like see if we can get Brock Bowers like draft rights for next season, and let's go ahead and draft him now. And it's like, all right, you're gonna hold on to him. But yeah, so there's so many quality tight ends. I'm just not really pressed, man. I'm just not really pressed for the tight end position. Now, you said offensive line, Sid, and I will say this. First, when the conversation was brought up, I was like, nah, I'm good. But then I started talking to people. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I get it, right? And here is why I get it. You have Tyron Smith, 6 games, 7, if lucky, you might play, right? So you have Tyron Smith, you have your left guard, which is kind of a hole, right? That's kind of the hole because they're thinking of Tyler Smith as being your left tackle. You have your center, Tyler Biadasz. Now, I know some people are out on Tyler Biadasz. Tyler Biadasz is coming off his best season, y'all. So you got to give the kid some slack. So you got Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin.
He looked good towards the end of last year.
Yeah, he played well. He played well.
And he played really well.
And I was extremely critical coming into this season.
Yes,
he shut me up. He earned it. He played on the spot. So Zach Martin, and then you have Terrence Steele. Now, Jerry Jones opened his mouth, Sid, and you got this going on, all sorts of crap going on, right? So they're talking about, Tyler Smith's going to play left tackle. You're going to have Tyron play right. You're going to have Terrence Steele, who had his best season at right tackle, now play left guard. You're going to do all this craziness, right?
They're trying to.
And here's what I'm trying to prevent. The reason why I would consider and heavily favor going offensive line in the first round is because a lot of people are talking about Steve. I don't know. Some people have been getting mad at me. I've been saying Steve Avila. Some people are saying Steve Avila. Some people, I'm calling him Steve Avila. I'm calling him Esteban, right? But the guard out of TCU who's visiting Dallas today, right? Very strong guy. But then there's also tackles where you have like Anton Harrison or you have Darnell White that you can bring in and maybe sit them, right? Sit them right now, and you might not get any impact, right, Sid, day 1. But if you sit back and when we finally get that news, unfortunately, that Tyron Smith is going to be out for 4 to 5 games, boom. Once again, going back to those 3 options, here's your insurance policy. So it's like, that is why I'm heavily focused on offensive line, maybe the first round, if not the second round at least. Okay. Because if Tyron goes down, the last thing I want to see is Matt Waletzko or Josh Ball. That's not happening on my watch. So that's why I'm considering going tackle or guard in the first round. Yeah, Esteban, man. Who's my guy?
Okay, DMV. So let me ask you this, because I have, I don't really do homework like you do when it comes to these college ball players. Right. I don't watch college ball. Okay, so who out the gate do you think is good enough to come and replace Tyron Smith in the draft class?
Well, see, I don't think it's more of a replace, right? Because honestly, I think the
I feel like gap.
So all right, my guy Dom, man, my Dom comes through with the pronunciation. He said Avilia. I like Avilia though. Avilia, Esteban Avilia sounds smoother to me, but it's Avilia. Avila. His mama name's his mama name Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. So yeah, but I don't think that it's more about replacing Tyron Smith, because Tyler is your Tyron replacement. Y'all remember my tweet last year, right? Replace Tyron Smith with Tyler Smith out of Tulsa, Pet Callard. Yeah. Y'all remember that. That's where use your Spanish for. My Spanish is horrible, man. Ask my wife every time we travel. They start speaking Spanish. I'm just like, she can translate. She speaks. My wife speaks both languages. So I'm just sitting behind like,
yo hablo español.
Yeah. I know. Dos cervezas, por favor. Like
two beers, please.
That's all. That's as far as my Spanish goes, man.
Yo, my ex-wife was Spanish. You know that she was Mexican, so I had no choice but to learn Spanish.
Yeah. So my guy Dom says Mafia. Yeah, I like Mafia, man. The Mafia gang is getting loud, and I like Mafia. Let me ask you this, Dom. Do you take Mafia in the first round? Actually, Dom, man, if you have some time, man, hit that link up there as pinned to the chat, man. You guys can jump on the show. Let me repost the link, man. Let me repost the link in case people's not seeing it, man.
Yeah, because believe it or not, when I clicked the link, it asked me for some promo code. And then it gave me some kind of points. I'm like, what is going on here? And then it wouldn't let me use it again.
Let me see. Let me get this right here. Yeah, you guys, feel free to jump in. Let's share my screen. Let's see here. Copy invite. Boom. Yeah, you guys can. This is not just the Sid and J Tuck show, man. Y'all jump in. Hit that link right there and jump in if you want, man. But Dom, let me ask you this. Where would you take him? Would you take Mafia in the first or second? Yeah, and Jack and Angie says, yeah,
Mafia
if you want
at 90.
At 90. 90?
90.
Okay, I'm with that. I'm absolutely with that if he can get there. And that's the thing, man. It's like with this draft, it's not even going to be as clear cut because it's going to it's going to be crazy.
All it's going to take is for one person to do one move that's going to ripple the whole draft.
Right.
And it's going to happen.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. So if you're able to get Mafia in the third, that's a steal, bro. That's a steal. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of guys that you can steal. Yeah, even if you took Mafia at 58, I'm not upset about that, because here's what people got to understand, right? We remember last year we was kind of sitting doing these same shows, Sid, and we were talking about, Kenyon Green and Zion Johnson, right? Well, some of the best performers, especially at the guard position, were the later round guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about opportunity, but it's also about coaching. And y'all know we got that special sauce, right? You take a Mafia in the third round and you sprinkle a little Duke Mayweather on it, you're good, man. So let's see here. All right, man. Yo, Klebo, what's up, bro? Man, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, man, you good, man? What's going on with you, man?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm gonna rewind a little bit.
All right, let's run
the subject.
All right,
man. I'm so glad you said that about like all this narrative on people saying not to pick running backs in the first round.
Right.
Yeah.
I swear the other day, man, I was looking at the top first round picks since 2010 quarterbacks.
Right.
They had 39 like quarterbacks, and I swear like about 25 of them, 27 of them was bust.
Right.
So I'm like, why? And you pay more money to the quarterback.
Right.
Why isn't that the narrative?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Well, think about this.
Oh, man.
We remember going into that 2020 draft, it was Zach Wilson mania. You know what I'm saying? Zach Wilson. Bro, the Jets are already looking for a new quarterback. Mac Jones. They've already tried to shop around Mac Jones. And here's a quarterback that nobody talks about, y'all. Y'all remember Josh Rosen?
Josh Rosen, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where did this guy fall to, man?
Like quarterbacks bust so hard. First round quarterbacks bust so hard, they're not even in the league no more. You know what I'm saying?
What's that guy named Ponder?
Christian Ponder?
Yeah, Ponder.
Yeah, you can't talk about he's Florida State. He's Florida State.
It's a lot of them, man.
Yeah.
Guys, do you guys realize Dak? We got Dak at the 4th round.
Right.
And Purdy for the 4th. Who's that? Purdy from the 49ers.
7.
This kid came out of nowhere. Like it's no longer about the 1st or 2nd round QBs, guys. A lot of teams are now going to start saying, "Wait a minute, maybe we're looking at this totally wrong."
And that's a good point, Sid. And I know just from a football perspective, they would never do it. But you have to question, why wouldn't I treat quarterbacks like the NFL try to treat running backs? Like, you can get you a quarterback, get you 5 years out of them on a cheap deal, and then move on and probably recycle, but they're not, because they value that position so highly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. But think about this. I said it on Twitter this morning. That 2016 draft, if the Cowboys draft Connor Cook, or they draft Paxton Lynch, Tony Romo probably still our quarterback today. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, true. Yeah, so they were so close of busting out. So yeah, they never mentioned that, bro, about the quarterback. It's just the running back. And we're not even saying, it's not like we had the 1st overall pick in the draft and we're talking about running back. We're talking about if one falls to 26, if you get a top 5 player, maybe even a top 3 player on most boards at 26, I don't give a damn if it's a field goal kicker. You grab him and you get up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say, I don't care what position you play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
About that, man.
Yeah.
Some of these backup QBs are looking better than some of these starters.
Yeah. That's like I said, yeah.
Purdy was a perfect example of that. Who's that kid in Washington?
Sam
Howell?
Yeah, Sam Howell. Yeah. Yeah, North Carolina.
Like, it's gonna change. At some point, the outcome, how QBs are being drafted, it's all gonna change.
Where's Mitch Trubisky at? Anybody know where Mitch Trubisky at? He went before Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So it's like, bro, like, yeah, Sam Darnold. You know, that was my tweet. I literally have that tweet, Sam or Joe. I said Zach Wilson will become the next Sam Darnold, and people were like, "Are you crazy? Did you not just?" I'm like, bro, trust me. And now look,
where's Johnny Manziel?
Johnny Manziel, right? Yeah.
You know where Johnny Manziel was? He was playing for us here in Montreal, Canada for a minute. he was playing the CFL for a minute, and he bust there too.
Yeah,
he was shit there too.
Y'all remember the Brady Quinn, Joe Montana?
Yeah,
it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, there's been so many quarterbacks that bust out in the NFL. Like, if you want a higher success rate, you would say running backs in the 1st round gives you a higher success rate. Now, maybe you might not end up with the best the best running back out of the class, but you're going to get you a pretty good damn player. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if, let's say we draft Bijan, right? And Devon Achane out of Texas A&M, he's the best running back in the class. I can guarantee you Bijan's going to be top 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, he going to be like at the bottom of the list. You know what I'm saying? So,
like a total bust.
Yeah. It would have to be bad. It would have to be bad. I mean, the only like total bust I can think of it's really just based off of injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot, if a running back gets hurt early or tears the ACL in his rookie season, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Cam Akers wasn't a 1st round pick, but it's like, you know, those types of things happen. But for the most part, you're pretty much has a higher success rate going running back in the 1st round than pretty much any other position. You know what I'm saying? Because easy to learn. So
even Trey, what's his name? The QB for not Trey Lance. He was 1st round draft pick 2 years ago. Who is he playing?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. Like, he only had a good year last year.
Yeah, but again, it takes him a minute. It takes them a minute to learn the game, right? It's not going to be instant. Yeah, it's not gonna be instant, you know. Yeah. Well, unless you're Dak Prescott, but yeah, I mean, you know, Dak came out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Dak came out
preseason and dominated.
It took Jalen Hurts damn near 3 years to play like Dak Prescott did out the gate. Crazy, y'all. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like
we saying it. Yeah, we saying it.
That narrative. He's better. He's the best quarterback in the NFC. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, but. You know, it just comes with the territory. I'm not even gonna get in the Hurts, man, because they get so emotional when I say something.
Yeah, they do.
Hurts.
They do, man.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I got his agent, I'm reading his agent's book, y'all. Like, cut me some slack, man. Salute to Nicole. So let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you guys this question around the panel before I chime in. So Nick Boyd says, who do you think is most likely the bust of the 1st round graded quarterbacks this year's draft? If you guys don't know, because I know a lot of people.
I wouldn't know because I haven't done any research on QBs.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'll tell everybody. We're either all going to be right on Will Levis, quarterback out of Kentucky, or we going to all get proved hella wrong and got to eat crow. Like, but I feel like when I watch Will Levis, y'all, I'm just like, where's it at? You know what I'm saying? Like, so once again, it's like, show me, show me. Like, but it's like they say arm talent. Like, well, if you throw hard passes and they're inaccurate, that's not arm talent to me. I mean, that's arm strength. But it's like, if you look at a quarterback, Will Levis just looks like the quarterback that traditionally NFL teams would want. But if you turn on the film, it just ain't there. So I would say Will Levis. I feel like when it comes to Anthony Richardson, he's a freak, y'all. He's a freak. And I watched this kid up close and personal. I mean, I even watched some Florida State game, right? He has it all, but it's not on a consistent basis. So I feel like it's all going to depend on who is going to be the quarterback that goes in the right situation, because quarterbacks can go into bad situations, bad teams, and you can have a horrible quarterback that kind of falls into a great situation and they kind of stay afloat for a little bit. But like my guy Dom just says, Anthony Richardson, biggest boom or bust. Yeah, you're either going to hit or you're going to crap out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's the biggest thing. But a team is just going to look at that athleticism and like they just see Cam Newton. They see Cam Newton, and it's called FOMO, fear of missing out. Where it's like they're afraid of missing out on the next Cam Newton, so they might just take this kid, and they might have the next Cam Newton. I mean, actually, I think he has more upside than Cam Newton did, but he has a huge bust side too as well. So
I was gonna say too, Tuck. Me personally, I don't watch a lot of college football. Honestly, I get a lot of my. I've been doing all my research last couple of weeks, just listening to all y'all.
There you go. Yeah,
appreciate it, man.
Exactly.
That's what we're here for.
But for quarterbacks, it's kind of what you touched on for me, man. Like, to me personally, you got to be that man to come into because most of these top quarterbacks go into a bad team, bad situation.
Right.
That's the problem. That's what happened to
you got
Trevor Lawrence.
You got to be really good to change your organization around.
Right.
But you could be an average quarterback and go to the best, like Dak, for instance.
Right.
Dak was a fourth round. He came to a hell of a situation.
Right.
We had the best offensive line. We had the best. Well, we drafted Zeke. He had a hell of a running back.
Yeah, Dez Bryant, Jason Witten. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Dak came into a perfect situation. If Dak would have went to the Bears, because it's my home team, the Redskins.
Yeah.
They haven't had a quarterback since RG3, and he only had you what a year and a half.
Yeah,
exactly.
Before him, I can't even tell you the best quarterback they had. What, Mark Rippon or something? Like, it's some organization.
I mean, they didn't try. They tried to pull in McNabb for a little bit. That didn't work.
They haven't, and I like messing with my boys, from back home all the time, because they always talking about Dak. I said, well, talk to me when y'all actually get a quarterback.
Right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Never had a quarterback. So to me, I think quarterbacks do have it tough, man, because they are the leader of the team. They come in to run the game, and most of these top quarterbacks are going to bad situations.
Right.
You look at the quarterback, whoever goes to Houston, they just got rid of their best receiver.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think for quarterbacks, man, like, you have to like really seriously be good. You can't be average.
Like, would you want to be? I agree with you. I wouldn't want to be a quarterback going to the Bears this year.
Yeah.
Unless you are just that good and you can turn it around.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Like, yeah. So I just feel like a lot of them average quarterbacks, they have to go to a good team with at least some good receivers or a good offensive
line.
Right.
Or a good running back.
Yeah,
or
bro.
A good running back.
Because if not, it changes the course of things, man. Because and some teams, they just don't want to build around you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Think about the Chicago Bears. Like Justin Fields, he has it already, but like, damn, get him a wide receiver. Like, get him some help. Get him some help.
Yeah.
And people forget,
they don't believe in him.
And people forget, Mahomes set an entire season behind Alex Smith. He did not play his rookie season, so he got to sit back, learn. The Chiefs got to analyze and say, okay, is this the quarterback of the future? These are the type of weapons we need to get around him, build the offense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was a lot. They didn't just put him out there day one, because Pat Mahomes, as chaotic as he is, he might have fell flat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Yeah. Someone said, yeah, you can't put Will Levis out there with Noah Brown, Dennis Houston, and Dalton Schultz and see the type of results you get, man. Yo, we got my guy that's joined in, man. DMV, what's going on with you, bro?
Man, ain't much, bro. Just, picked the son up from karate. Yeah. And you hit me up, and I'm like, yeah, let me get in on some of this draft talk, man. Yeah. You guys are doing an excellent job tonight.
Yeah,
so I just wanted in.
You from the DMV, fan?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah,
that's
definitely.
What's up, bro. That's what's up. Me too, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm on the West Coast now, but I'm born and raised in
okay.
DC area, though.
Okay, definitely.
Oh wow, yeah. It's like you guys are all not even in Dallas and Dallas Cowboys. Hats off, man.
Yeah. I mean,
that's how it works.
And I tell people this:
either you a Cowboy fan or you a Commander fan.
Right. Yeah. And I tell people, bro, when I go to games, there's very rarely Cowboys fans from actual Dallas at the games. Like we're all from out of town, which costs us a damn arm and a leg. But yeah, like a lot of us fly in. Like the airport's always full of us. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times when I see a lot of people in our community, it's at the airport. You know what I'm saying? Because we're flying in and out of games. So that's what makes us the America team. Like other fan bases, they're local, and little local teams, and everybody.
Well, where I am.
I grew up. Where I am. I grew up 15 minutes from the stadium. That's just like we don't do all that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm all the way up.
The crazy thing is, man, I didn't go last year, but the previous 5 years I went to the Commanders Cowboys game in Arlington. So I was like, man, it's beautiful out here, man. Yeah. But and I like all the Washington teams except for the football team.
Yeah,
it's been like that my
smart.
whole life, but
you smart.
Listen, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan all the way back from when Deion Sanders played because of my dad. But I'm from Montreal, Canada. I've never been to a Dallas Cowboy game in my life.
Yeah, I changed that this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna change that this year. The first NFL game I went to see was in Miami with Ricky Williams when he was running the running back.
Yeah, damn.
That was the first NFL game I ever saw, and it was crazy, man. So I know in Dallas.
I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. I just moved to Arizona about 4 months ago. So
okay.
Wow.
Man, when I moved in December, man. I was hoping because the Super Bowl was out, man. I was hoping so bad Cowboys could make it, man.
Yeah.
Now I'm just waiting for the schedule to come out because they played the Cardinals this year out here. So
that'd be a fun one.
Come out, I'm getting tickets, man.
That'd be a fun one. It's a fun one.
No, man. I'll be up in Dallas this year for my 50th, man. I'm turning 50 this year, so I gotta go.
So you don't look like it, man. You know what I'm saying? My guy DMV, man. We was talking about some Bijan. So let me go ahead and get your thoughts on Bijan Robinson. If he's there at 26. Would you take him, or you sit back and say, "Nah, Tuck, I'm not taking a running back in the first round because of the position value"?
Don't say, DMV, don't sound like that
though. That's the voice of every Twitter troll I get on Twitter, man. That's how I hear when they type it.
Bro, I already know, bro. Exactly, and it's crazy because me and you, we've been talking about it. Man, we've been putting in work on this draft for much longer than everybody else. So, and that was one of the first things that we said. Like, Bijan's one of those players that you would take there. Obviously, there are other people there, but I kind of broke down my prospects that I would take. It's about 10 of them that I would take, but I had to do it in tiers. And Bijan is in the first tier. If he fell, I absolutely would take him.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo, hold up, fresh.
Yo.
You gotta mute your
You got your audio. What's up, Fresh?
Oh yeah,
I think you good now.
Yeah, because we're getting the readback. Yeah, that's good. Man.
Yep,
yeah, man.
So sorry,
DMV. So what you were saying, bro? Based off of your board, right? You kind of have like tiers. You know what I'm saying? So Bijan's sitting there, yeah. So yeah, and we saw when Jerry Jones held up his draft board last year. There's no way you could not have Bijan Robinson on that board. Top 5, top 10 at least. So if he falls there, you got to consider it. And what I was
he's
saying,
my number one. He's my number one.
Number one overall prospect.
He's
guys.
I mean, no. When I say he's my number one, realistically, who will be there at 26?
Okay.
If Bijan is there, I'm taking him over everybody else.
But we got to be realistic. We got to be realistic.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you. That's a good question, DMV. So let's say we're sitting there. You have Quentin Johnson. You got Zay Flowers. You got, I don't know, you got Steve Avila, you got Anton Harrison, you got Bijan all staring you in the face. I'll start with you, DMV. Who you pulling the trigger on?
Quentin Johnson. I actually did my board today. Number 1 is Jackson Smith, Njigba, JSN, and number 2 is Quentin Johnson. And 3 is Bijan.
Smart.
So I will pick based on my board. I'm going Quentin Johnson.
All right, so Cleve, you got Bijan. Fresh, what's your thoughts, man? We sitting there. You got the pick of the litter sitting right there on the board.
What's his name? DeJuan Johnson or Jones or something.
DeJuan Jones, the right tackle?
Yeah, it's the right tackle.
So yeah,
I want him.
So
and then Quentin Johnson.
So let me ask you this. So why would you want the right tackle versus the left?
Man, listen, because we can have any running back behind those two if you put Tyler Smith and Jones on that side, on the right side, left side, don't matter what.
So
side.
What you doing with Terrence? We're every Cowboys fans giving up on Terrence.
They need to keep Terrence on the right tackle side. I don't know what. Yeah. I think that was all still smoke screen. Yeah. I mean, I know they want to do a little bit of hybriding.
Right.
Yeah, of course they do.
Zach Martin getting old, but that's another reason why you bring in that O-line, because he can go guard or whatever. So,
I see it. I see,
and that shores up another real big need we need, and we get it early, knock that out. Everything else falls in line.
Okay.
I gotta say, I'm with DMV. I would go wide out before I would go running backs.
All right, so why would you go wide receiver, Sid? This is a good question. I like this question.
Well, I told it. We had this earlier. I said it before. I said Brendan Cooks is a good addition, but I don't think he's the. I don't know. I just think we need another solid wide receiver. You said it earlier.
Right.
Michael Gallup, and please, I don't even like mention his game because when we got rid of Cooper, that was the biggest mistake we made. I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed right now about that situation. That's why I don't even like to say.
I'm over that.
Jersey guy.
No, I'm not. I don't even like to say. What has Gallup done for us, guys? Let's be honest. Since Cooper left, tell me what Gallup has done for us.
Nothing.
He's just been injured. That's why I'm looking for D-Hop. That's why I'm looking for D-Hop.
He's a bunch of potential. That's pretty much what he is. Everybody thinks he could be a number one. When he was in his heyday, when they were like, "We got 3 number ones," I'm like, "No, we don't."
No, we don't. No, we didn't.
Gallup was a high end 2. If anything, he's a 3. He's best at 3.
Best at 3.
Well, it's funny because you mentioned that because I was talking about that draft, man, out there in Dallas, and I remember it was like. It was so self-explanatory. Like, okay, you have DJ Moore, you have Ridley sitting right there. All right, there's your Dez Bryant replacements. You can go ahead and get it. And they went with LVE and Michael Gallup. And I'm just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like
Michael Gallup hasn't done.
But Michael Gallup did have a good rapport with Dak early. So those deep balls Gallup was on it when he was able to jump.
Okay, but how often would Fresh? How often do we see that?
I mean, listen, his last injury, he scored the touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be moonwalking. You know what I'm saying? But here's my thing: if Michael Gallup doesn't have that over the top ability anymore,
then
where's the value? You know what I'm saying? Because
this is why I say we go after somebody who got range. I say we.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say we pick up somebody in the draft. We definitely going receiver. We looked at a lot of receivers in coming in.
Yeah.
So I feel we're picking up.
I would love to go receiver. I would love to go receiver first, but I think Dallas is going to go running back first.
I want to go running back first. We got to pay running backs. You know what I mean? And
you're not going to have to. So Dom, I think Dom, you might be muted, bro. But let me ask you. You got the pick of the litter.
What's going on, Dom?
You got the pick of the litter. What position you going with? Who you going with, man?
Move, man. At this point,
and y'all know Dom, he put in work. Dom, you know what I'm saying? He put in work, bro. Mad scientist, man.
Please, Dom, say the right thing, bro. Say the right thing, bro.
So philosophically, I've always been against running back in the first round.
Okay, explain why.
But this may not be a first round pick if you think about how the board may fall to you.
Okay.
Because Bijan to me is arguably the top offensive talent in this draft when you exclude the quarterbacks. So to think if you have the best overall offensive talent sitting right there in your hands at 26, it's hard to pass that up. And then in the history of the league, we know that running backs there in the late 20s actually do pretty well. But the best value is if you can get them on day 2. So I would prefer not to use pick 26 on the running back, and I honestly don't think Bijan will be available.
Right.
But if he were, I wouldn't bemoan the pick. I wouldn't cry about the pick. I would just sit there on draft night, shut my mouth, drink my drink, and then when the season roll around for those first 3 years, we're going to be celebrating as his head is hitting the goalpost, play game after game. So he makes sense to me, but ultimately, as I project this thing out, and I've been trying to do this since the season ended, most of my exercises when I project, do mocks, look at what other teams need, listening to their fan bases to really get a good understanding of what those other team needs are. It seems like offensive line continues to come up as the best value at that point, or wide receiver. Now, really, it would have been O-line, cornerback, receiver, but what we've been able to do by getting a Brandon Cooks, by getting a Stephon Gilmore, it takes away the need for those positions.
Right.
But to me, I don't think you should just overlook it, because you're not just drafting for 2023's success. You're drafting for 24 and beyond as well.
Right.
So don't pigeonhole yourself about, we need to get something to help this year, because oftentimes rookies may not actually help you with this year. So
unless it's a running back.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Start with running back.
Yeah.
Circle back around. Running backs hit the ground running.
The serve it, man. Bringing you back to it.
Does Bijan start over Tony Pollard? Tony Pollard.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Begin the season.
Oh yeah. No.
Here's why.
Here's why.
Paying Tony Pollard $10 million.
Here's why. Okay. Teams mostly go with the experienced guy. It's all about the locker room and the culture to make sure that guy has earned it. Now, when you get a talent like an Ezekiel Elliott and a lack of guys in that stable, his situation was a bit different. So he hit the ground running, getting the bulk of the carries, because they didn't have that guy. Now, Tony Pollard, you're paying him as the guy who produced this past season.
And you got to beat Malik Davis.
Supported him forward. So it's going to be, here's what would happen. If Pollard is truly healthy and he goes through camp and he's fine, Pollard's going to get the starts. But as week 4, week 5, week 6, that's what's going to happen. So Bijan will turn out to be the guy, because it's setting up as if no matter who they pick in this draft at running back, it's setting up as if Pollard is going to be a 1-year gap guy, a bridge guy anyway.
I think whether Pollard starts or not, it don't matter. Bijan gonna get his carry.
Oh, he will.
So it don't matter.
I mean, if we got him, hell yeah.
If we got him, hell yeah.
And I will,
different things.
I will also say, if to me, if Bijan isn't there, and Nolan Smith or Will McDonald's there, I'm taking one of them. I want to build around Parsons, man. We gotta get a stout.
Yeah, and see, that's a good idea and good conversation piece, right?
But we could go late with that. We could go like second, third round with the defense though.
And see, I can't gauge the edge rushers, right? Because you have Felix Anundike, you have Will McDonald. It's like you have Drew Sanders. Like they're kind of
Andre Carter gonna go late. He ain't gonna go early like that.
Andre Carter. Sid bench more than Andre Carter. But it's like, with those with that second core guys, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to gauge where they're gonna be at, and I just don't see them being there at 58. Because
we got dogs at edge.
We got Sam Williams at 54. Was that 54 last year we were at with Sam Williams?
Yeah, second round.
Yep, so it's like those extra 4 picks, man, is brutal. Now, granted, now it's just PFF mocks and simulators, right? But it's like get into that 58 pick, man. It's just it gets dried up. So
can I ask you guys a question? We get Robinson at 26, running back. We go right out the second round.
No, you got to go O-line. You have to go O-line at that point.
Why would you go O-line? Why can't? Okay, what if Tillman's there? You're not gonna go for Tillman?
We're weak there.
No, you gotta get guard. You have to get a guard.
You would go guard there. You're gonna have to go guard or offensive line in either at 26 or 58. You know what I'm saying?
Or 58. Okay.
Or if Mafia is sitting there in the third, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just it's
but like you said, you might have to get him at 58.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, I wouldn't run the risk. I wouldn't run the risk trying to wait to get Mafia at 90.
We need dogs in there early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might go D tackle second round.
Early.
If we can get
D tackle
a solid, if we can get a solid D tackle second round, I'm taking it.
So let me ask you this, bro. Are you thinking defensive tackle as like a 3 tech, or do you want the big nasty nose tackle? Because I think that's where some people get mixed up. Like they want some people. I want the big nasty nose tackle that can sit plays.
That's
okay,
what I want.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I mean that's gonna be too. We
Hankins,
get that with Hankins.
I want both.
Hank is only giving you like 20 to 25 snaps a game.
Yeah.
You need somebody.
Yeah.
Gallimore ain't it, man. You know what I'm saying? When Hank is that's on the sideline.
Did you say what?
Yeah, Gallimore.
My Canadian brother, man. Don't insult my Canadian brother, man.
That's your Canada brother, man.
Don't insult. Come on, man.
I don't know, bro.
You give me some kind of love.
Hey, you need to get him in the gym. Get him in the gym. What you
sorry.
said, because he's looking light. So I got a super chat, man. Thanks for Eternal Dynasty. He says, who will get more touches, Robinson or a rookie wide receiver? We are overthinking this. If Robinson is there, you get instant impact and all. Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Robinson.
It's a receiver might not even hit the field yet.
But here's the thing though, that 5th-year option is very important, and wide receiver is a premium position now, and running back
the value
8. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to kind of think about.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So I'm kick this over to you, Dom. Mozzie Smith, that was the flavor of the week, 2 weeks ago, and that kind of just dried down. So if Mozzie is sitting there, are you pulling the trigger on Mozzie at 26, or are you out at that idea?
Let me go around Mary's house. So look at the 2022 draft.
Okay.
Look at the defensive tackles taken.
Mm-hmm.
The 13th overall pick was Jordan Davis out of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody on this panel would say he was a far better prospect than Mozzie or anybody else in this draft. That's a nose tackle type. Jalen Carter, we knew that even last year, Jalen Carter was probably better than Jordan Davis, Devontae Wyatt, who were all on that Georgia team.
Right.
Yeah.
Davis couldn't even really get on the field with Philadelphia. Now, he got injured. He was on a stacked D-line, but he didn't have an impact on that team. Devontae Wyatt went like 28 to Green Bay. He really didn't produce. But you go all the way into like the 3rd round, Travis Jones out of Connecticut. He was probably the better producer of all the guys. Still, his production wasn't even that of the guy we just lost to Arizona and
Tristan.
What's his name?
Tristan Hill.
Carlos Watkins.
Carlos Watkins. Okay, yeah.
So the thing is, defensive tackles that are nose tackles, 1 techs, they take a little bit of time to really mature and develop and to impact the team the way you would want them to impact the team. Then the way that our team employs their defensive line, they're always rotating.
Right.
So a guy like that may get even a starter 30% of the snaps.
Right.
Even our top defensive end in Tank Lawrence is getting like 60% of the snaps. So I look at a guy like Mozzie, and honestly, in the history of the league, when you have a guy of his ilk, they aren't taken in the 1st round.
Right.
You got to have somebody who's a big cat, who's doing that thing like Brown from Clemson a few years ago. He went top 10.
Right.
Or you're getting a guy like Jordan Davis, which you saw on tape at Georgia, go in that top half. Is normally those types, Vita Veas, they're going in the top 15 picks.
Right.
I just don't see Mozzie being that type of guy. I like him, but to me, that's more of a late 2nd, 3rd round value.
Right. I agree.
And you're still hoping he can turn into something because he has a good foundation on him. He has the strength. He has the athleticism. He still doesn't shed quite well enough for me. He doesn't get his eyes on the ball carrier, and he doesn't finish the play.
And his gas runs empty early.
Yeah, you do all this stuff to be active, and you get finally, work yourself loose and free, and then you can't secure that tackle, that's a bit of a concern to me.
Yeah, see, that's Dom, man. We also got Professor O in the building. Salute to Professor O, man. But that's why I love the Cowboys community, because we're able to do our own research and think for ourselves. Like, we're watching the same film, and I don't see it with Mozzie. I just don't see that 26 value grade when it comes to Mozzie Smith. And we watched Friday, we watched Esteban Avila against Mozzie Smith, and it was just like, bro, like, his gas tank, like, he has great first step, gets off the line of scrimmage, but if he gets engaged, it's over. And I was like, like, if I'm noticing that, I guarantee you Dan Quinn is noticing that. He's almost an interior speed rusher. So so I would be on a Mozzie. My guy Iceberg Slim says, y'all on that Bijan Robinson train too much. Israel Abbott. These names in this year's class is brutal, bro. Bandaconda is bigger, faster, and he can catch, block right now. So wasn't he a 30 visit with the Cowboys, or did he just work out?
I think he worked out.
I don't know, but Iceberg Slim is on to something. I'm not gonna say that he's better than Bijan,
right?
But when I watched this tape, it definitely jumped out at me. You know, I'm a back guy. I love running back. Position,
right?
Yeah, homeboy can play, bro.
Yeah, he can play.
What round you anticipate, DMV?
Bandaconda? Man, here's the crazy thing. He might not even get drafted because there's about 20 running backs, bro.
Yeah,
there's about 20 running backs that can go. So it's a lot of them.
And you know we're good at picking up some undrafted.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you also got to consider, because the Cowboys hit last year with the undrafted as well. So
we did.
Yeah, I would think for Israel, probably day 3 max. You know what I'm
day
saying?
3 or undrafted, he'll be able to go wherever you want to go.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah. So
and I know it's gonna sound crazy. I know Iceberg Slim gonna kill me for saying that, but it's just too many running backs.
Right.
That, like, I just don't see 20 of them drafted.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, because you could look at a situation where it's like Deuce Vaughn could be sitting there late in the 6th. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like you said, DMV, there's so many running backs, bro. Like, and here's the thing: there's not too many bad ones. That's the hard part. It's like, you know, I've been talking about Keaton Mitchell out of ECU. That a lot of people are talking about. Like, I love his film, but ain't nobody talking about he might be sitting there in the 6th round, 7th round. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be a lot of value, but that's different. They're talking about running back. And Bijan, different. You know what I'm saying? Weapon, running backs. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
And here's the thing about...
So O thinks that he's going to go round 3 or 4.
A Bandaconda?
Yeah.
I feel the same. I feel the same way.
You think so?
I hope.
So you're gonna have Gibbs, A-Chain, Zach, you're gonna have
Tank Bigsby,
Keandre.
I think a Bandaconda is better than Tank, in my opinion, personally.
Okay, but wait, DMV, I'm confused right now. Do you think a Bandaconda is better than BJ?
No. So I don't think that. So what I'm saying is, like, a Bandaconda's name, and like that's gonna push him back. Like for example, Tank Bigsby. I think a Bandaconda's better than Tank Bigsby, but the prospect list has Tank Bigsby up here. You get what I'm saying? So it might be where he's getting pushed down the list. He's a late name that's kind of getting hot. So I mean, we'll see, but.
So O thinks he goes before for Bigsby. Yeah. So then you also have Tajay Spears, right? And then there's so many different prospects at running back position. But I think what DMV is trying to say, y'all, is like, you know, when it comes to Israel, he might be like Bijan at Marshalls, or the Marshalls version of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to pay top dollar, you know what I'm saying, Nordstrom prices for a running back. You might can get something similar, you know what I'm saying? His price tag a little bit different, but it hits the same in the club, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the type of things. So Keandre Miller out of TCU. I love Keandre Miller. I mean, there's so many, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the hard part. I mean, Eric Gray at OU, like, you just keep going. People don't talk about Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker's going to be in that cluster as well. So it's just like,
that's why I say they go O-line first.
Yeah. So
Carbonate, that's the name.
Yeah,
there's
Zach Evans. Like, it's just like
that we can get in 3rd, 4th round, like, and we can get a cornerback late too, because there's a kind of a little bit of a deep cornerback,
right?
Because they're not going to get drafted early either.
I mentioned this earlier to Tuck when we were just us two. Are you guys afraid of Jerry Jones throwing a curveball at us and drafting completely opposite of what we're talking about?
Well, let me rephrase that
what's
question.
the curveball?
Let me rephrase that question a little bit. I think what you're trying to ask. So, Cleve, I'm gonna start with you. What's the one pick the Cowboys call at 26, and you're just like, I'm out of here. I'm done. Turn the team off. I'm out of here.
There you exactly. That's exactly my question. Because Jerry Jones has done it to us before.
I think for me, I wouldn't like that Mozzie pick.
The Mozzie pick.
Yeah, I wouldn't like Mozzie.
Fresh, I'm gonna go to you. What's your pick?
Any tight end they drafted.
Any tight end.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
I need to have you on. I need Iceberg to jump on because Iceberg been heavy on the tight end thing with the Dalton Kincaid thing. So I need to let y'all go at it because Dom, I'm go to you, man. Dom, what's your one pick? You're just like womp womp. I'm done.
Yeah,
not
to
like
me,
Jeremy Shockey or something.
To me, any defensive tackle not named Jalen Carter, any tight end to me at this point, even linebacker, any Clemson guy.
Oh,
other than Murphy.
Okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
Right.
I have reasons.
I got you. A little bias in there.
I'm not scouting the helmet, but I'm talking about their actual play.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that would upset me.
DMV, who you got, man?
While I wouldn't like a tight end, the name for me, like if they got one of them tight ends, I'd be pissed for the moment, but I'd be like, okay, I understand what they're trying to do. It'd be Will Levis for me. It'd be quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
well, hell yeah.
It's been talked about, and I got to kind of squash it. They pick a quarterback in the first round at 26, trying to be cute, trying to, we got value. Nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sid.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. DMV took the words out of my mouth, man. I said tight end, and if you go and draft a QB, I'm out. I'm checking out. I'm literally gonna be pissed, and I'm checking out.
If the Cowboys went quarterback, bro, that would pretty much that would be like building. Would be like building a beautiful cake all off season. And as soon as you're gonna put the top layer on it, you just crumb. It just smashed it, bro. Like we had this great all that's gonna start is just chatter, circus. Nah. I'm not even consider that. We might be
out there with picket fences out there.
Yeah, bro. I'm walking out.
I'm flying in from Canada to cause some havoc.
Yeah. So I think my pick outside the quarterback position, it would be Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa, bro. I feel like I'll be sitting there like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, one of me mad because I got all dressed up to go to the draft, and y'all gonna sit there and pick Lucas Van Ness? Like, y'all could, hell nah, bro. Lucas Van Ness, and also, I don't like the other linebacker, Jack Campbell out of Iowa either. Like, I just, nah.
Beast mode, check what
Iowa people. I don't really want no Iowa people like that.
Check what Beast mode. I don't even agree with that. No, not even.
Let's see here. Let's see what the chat's saying.
Beast Mode said, I would only go QB if Anthony Richardson fell at 26.
Can line up anywhere on the field. He's not a tight end. He's a tight end wide receiver in the slot out wide.
Yeah, Iceberg is Dalton Kincaid's agent, bro. He getting bips. So Reddy Reds is a tight end.
Is he even going to get reps though?
Like, Will McDonald,
Ferguson. He got to beat.
Let's see. Drew Sanders. I don't like Drew Sanders.
I don't think he's better day one than the guys we got. So no.
O says Tuck texted me earlier, said he wants Tanner McKee at 26. Absolutely not, bro. Like, absolutely not, bro. They gonna kick me out the media room if the Cowboys pull some bulls. Like they're like, nah, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go, bro. Like, hell no, Tanner McKee.
Would you guys even go? Like Beast Mode said, if Anthony Richardson was available at 26, would you guys even go that route?
Now, here's the one caveat with Anthony Richardson. He's probably the only quarterback the Cowboys can take that wouldn't create a circus.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go QB first.
You
hilarious for that, by the way.
But I just know it wouldn't, bro. It would. They're like, I like Dak, fam. I like, give me Dak. He's more accurate. Like, they're not gonna go. So I would consider it, but I just nah.
But what? Just to be a Cooper Rush? What? He's just gonna be competition for Cooper Rush?
Yeah, that's
like. What's the point?
That's it.
It's a wasted pick.
So here's what Cowboys fans have to understand, right? So they just restructured Dak Prescott's contract. Dak Prescott, as I've been stating, he has a no trade clause and he has a no franchise tag clause. So this next contract negotiations, Todd France has all the leverage, and I think Dak's due $59 million next year. So if the Cowboys piss Dak off, he can say, you know what? This is going to be my last year in Dallas, and I'm not restructuring. I'm going to play for $59 million, and then next year I can go to Anthony Richardson. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can't trade me. Wave. What Willie Beeman say? When y'all want to go to trade me, wave me, cut me, or wherever, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I would stay steaming Willie Beeman. So it's like, the Cowboys are pretty much in a situation where they have no choice but to really extend Dak, bro. Like, I just don't think it. Now, me personally,
you could drop the quarterback late.
Cut you off.
Go ahead, bro.
What's scary right now? When is the last time Cowboys signed any of their star players without it being a hassle?
Never. They always make it ugly.
They always make it ugly. Yeah.
You can't even name.
Well, no. They. Well, I guess Jalen
Lawrence wasn't that big.
No, they franchise tagged D-Law. Remember, they franchise tagged him twice.
Yeah, they did.
I think Jalen Smith. I think Jalen Smith was the only one where it's just like because it was so random.
No. I meant like our top.
Oh,
players.
big. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Our
best players. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Always something.
Oh yeah.
Like Diggs should have been signed. Dak should have been signed after his third year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they wait the last minute. They use his franchise
That's Zeke's
tag.
fault.
Yeah.
They use his franchise tag.
Yeah, Zeke caused a lot of problems. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah. He started that ball, man.
People say don't draft a running back early. I'm saying don't pay a running back early. Love Zeke, but Zeke when Zeke went to Cabo, y'all should have said, okay, cool, we gonna focus on this Dak contract. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
And here's the crazy part: if the Cowboys would have set and called Zeke's bluff and let him sit in combo, they would have really got their full value from Tony Pollard and just let him kind of run amok with Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? But that's the problem with the Cowboys. It's like finally Tony Pollard's in a contract year. Now we're gonna get him involved. Now he's gonna like. Why would you do that now, bro? You should have did that 2 to 3 years ago.
Didn't we have Rico or who was our third? We had
it was Rico Dowdle, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Rico at that time.
No, it was the other kid.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, he was on the. He was on the show. What the hell's his name now?
He was like 34 or something was his number.
Wasn't Kevin Smith? Was it?
No. Somebody chime in the chat.
He was a little fast. He was a little scat back too.
Well, it had to be Rico Dowdell. It had to be.
Yeah, when Zeke went to Cabo.
23 though. I think his number was 34. Hold up. Let me.
When Zeke went to Cabo,
I want to look it up.
It says you can't be mad at. Yeah, I'm not mad at Zeke getting his bag.
No. But
it messed things up.
Zeke got his bag. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I support
he got it where he needed it. I'm not mad at it, but
yeah.
He skipped the line and he
skipped the line. Yeah, he really skipped the line, bro. He skipped the line. Hell,
he definitely skipped the line.
If you would have signed,
you know what?
Dak Prescott.
What an agent does.
Can you still hold out? I heard they changed that rule that you can't do that no more.
Nah, that players still hold out.
I think you still. I mean, you get penalized for it, but you could still.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Diggs holds out there, man.
Who?
Nah.
Trevon Diggs.
Oh yeah. I'll tell y'all. Y'all heard it first. Y'all heard it first, Cowboys Nation. This Diggs contract is gonna get ugly.
It is gonna get ugly.
It's gonna get ugly.
100%.
It's gonna get ugly.
Yeah. 100%.
He's been good since he entered the league.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And the only reason why he didn't have a tremendous year last year is because they wouldn't throw to his side.
Yeah. But they're gonna use that. They're gonna use that against them. Yeah, Diggs is gonna get ugly.
They will.
I mean,
Diggs is gonna get ugly, bro.
They're gonna try to get they always get their little cowboy friendly deal. But I still feel like if they do it early, especially kind of right when they get that Zeke,
it's gonna get ugly.
Because I think that's what they're waiting for is Zeke money to pop in, and then they could do all of the
it's gonna get ugly.
Contracts.
It's gonna Diggs gonna be ugly.
They got money right now to sign Diggs if they wanted to.
But then it's like, but who's the priority? Is it Diggs or CD? You know what I'm saying?
CD, yeah.
Man, you got CD on that 5th-year option, man. This is Diggs' last year.
You see what them wide receivers getting?
That's why I think you get the deal done now.
They have to get Diggs now before the season starts. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it done. Listen, the front office.
They're not proactive though.
They've literally been flexing this year.
Listen, Jay.
They have to do that.
Jay, you can't say they haven't been proactive because they've been proactive this year. So,
but not in the contracts though.
Oh yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah,
in
100%.
On contract.
But I would
Like,
I would sign CD first.
Yeah, that's what I'm
personally.
saying. Because
I would
CD.
sign Diggs first, bro.
What?
This is Diggs
Nah.
last year.
I mean,
This
yeah.
is Diggs last
I mean,
year.
they both about to be 20 million, basically.
Yeah.
So I was about to say, CD got the 5th-year option. Diggs
And
don't.
franchise
That's why I would
next
sign
year.
Diggs first.
Right, Diggs
Diggs was
first.
second round, yeah.
You gotta sign Diggs.
Okay, yeah. So they'll do
They gonna-
Diggs because of that of that.
They gonna tag him.
That's what I'm saying.
They gonna tag
That's
that.
my reasoning.
They gonna tag that boy. They gonna tag
You
Diggs.
think they're gonna tag him?
If you tag him, then you're gonna have to sign him and CD at the same time, and that's stupid.
But what they're
That's
probably,
crazy.
but what they're probably waiting on, they're probably waiting on the Dak money to thin out. So me personally, if the Cowboys really want to get both deals done, they should extend Dak Prescott right now.
Yep.
Get that money thinned out, and then start making moves on CD and Diggs. But they gonna drag their feet.
Micah,
I agree with that, Tuck.
Yeah, then you got Mike. Yeah, then Micah's gonna get it. Micah gonna get
Michael
ugly.
Parsons. Michael Parsons. That's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, it's gonna get super ugly, bro.
Micah gonna get the ugliest, bro.
Yeah,
that's
Mike.
why that's why you sign. You sign one of them right now, bro.
Exactly.
You get it out the
You
way.
just gotta secure you gotta extend your core now, so you get Diggs, CD, all of them out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then right after that, it's gonna be
Micah brace
Micah's
yourself
gonna
in,
break
man.
the bank.
And then you have Dak already on an extended contract, so that's your core.
Yeah.
Boom, right there. We could get.
I have an
ball
interesting
and a
question
running
for y'all. How much you think Michael Parsons is gonna get?
He's gonna be the highest paid defender.
He's gonna have to be.
You
bro.
think so? Yeah.
Highest
He
paid
had
player, bro. He's gonna be the highest paid
player.
Barring any injury, he's gonna
We
be the
about to
highest
get quarterback money.
Yeah. He's with athletes first with David Mujetta and them. He's getting his every.
Oh, you
and
about to get
if the
quarterback money.
Cowboys even threaten, if they even remotely threaten to pay him linebacker price, it's gonna be all hell. I might just stop making content because it's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much because Micah gonna let it rip, bro. Like Micah is not gonna hold back any punches.
He's not gonna hold back.
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna.
trying to tell you.
Ooh, wee.
Y'all laughing. Micah going for quarterback money. I'm telling y'all. He done already made. Like, why does the quarterback have to be MVP?
Right.
I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
DMV, you said did I hear you say he's gonna be the highest paid player?
He's gonna try to break the break, bro.
He gonna try and be. He gonna try and be, dog.
But he's gonna try to get like Lamar money, like Lamar Jackson type of money.
And see, I don't even think that Micah's not gonna give that. I love Dallas, and I'm gonna teach.
Oh yeah,
no. I'm about to go get another jersey, man. I'm gonna get another jersey, man.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. They give him a patty type of deal. You think he take that? Because think about it. You have him almost for $500,000, and you could just keep extending and restructuring for the life of his whole.
I won't say a patty deal, but they should Tyron Smith this deal because that's the one contract the Cowboys finessed the hell out of, and it's still paying dividends till this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just don't think
his deal was,
I don't think Mike is going for it.
I think that was more him though, man.
Yeah, but they got the Tyron early. That's the thing. You got to get to these contracts early, bro, because the price is just going to go up. So
it's going to go up. The more they play, the more it's going to go up.
Plus that new TV deal is coming in about 3-4 years.
New money.
On that too,
Amazon, YouTube money.
That's why Dak ain't signed that. Dak ain't signed that 5-year. He wanted that 4-year contract. He wanted to get another payday after.
And that's smart. Like these players and these agents aren't stupid. They're not dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like. Yeah, they know. They know if I can pick up when the revenue's kicking in, she can pick up when the revenue's kicking in. You know what I'm saying? So they know. Like, listen, we're not gonna sign no 7-year deal and be stuck in this contract and end up like Scottie Pippen. We're gonna sign 3-year, maybe a 4-year. We're gonna get up out of this. You know what I'm saying? So
Micah is gonna.
That was the worst.
Somebody said Micah 4 for 120, and watch it. I'm telling y'all, bro. Micah gonna be like, hell no, I ain't going, because Micah might be the face of the league by then.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And that's the difference. That's the difference. Micah Parsons is the first Cowboys player that's not just the face of the Cowboys. He's the face of the league, of the NFL.
Everybody likes
every
this
player,
guy. Everybody.
Every player is going to rally behind him. You're going to have Von Miller tweeting, get your money. You're going to have Dez tweet, get your money. You're going to have Pat, like it's going to be chaos, bro. Like,
guys, I have to say, like, Micah Parsons is not only Dallas Cowboy fans. You ask any person who's a fan of like any other team, they would want to have Micah Parsons on their team, and they love him.
Yeah.
They love watching him. They love what he does for us. He's a dog.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, this guy plays injured. He never wants to get off the field. He's just a playmaker.
You really don't deserve.
He's gonna get hit.
Go ahead, Fred.
Y'all gotta think. We ain't seen Lawrence Taylor in years, and Lawrence Taylor came out of the woodworks to come see this man play in New York.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People come out to see this. So he's a money getter. I would make it so lovely if the Cowboys literally signed him and did whatever they needed to do before it even gets to that point. Like, it'll just
get
pop
ugly.
up. You know what I mean? Before it even gets to the media, just say, boom, Micah got signed to extended 6-year, whatever deal, fully guaranteed. We just hear the news. I don't even want to get to that point where it's, okay, Micah's contract is coming up. Then the media starts blowing it out of proportion. Then it's gonna get into Micah's head. He's gonna go on Twitter.
Let me ask you guys something. I know, Jay, I know this is your show, but I gotta ask you guys because everybody has an opinion about this. Do you think Micah Parsons is better than LT? Will be better than LT?
I mean,
nah, I can't say that. And I actually thought LT played, so nah.
I seen LT.
It's a different
because they compare it. They're already comparing them.
It's a different.
I see the comparison.
There you go. I'm with DMV. I see the comparison.
I tell people.
I definitely see the comparison. I mean, it's hard when you say, "Will he be better?"
That's what I'm saying.
Hard to really judge
that's
that,
like, it's better than
he'll have to do a whole
lot, bro. That's different.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm not, guys. Whoa! Before the media says your boy said it's crazy and all this stuff, I didn't say he was. I just said it's out there, and I asked.
He's comparable. I mean, just because of what they use him, it's just again how is our defense going to continuously use him? You know, because they could keep using him at linebacker or switching him at D. It just depends.
I said this in the draft back in 2021 when I was scouting Micah. I feel like they're comparing him to the wrong Taylor. The Taylor that I get when I watch Micah Parsons play, which is my favorite, rest his soul, is Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor?
He feels very because I feel like when it comes to Micah Parsons, even though he plays linebacker, if you were to make Micah Parsons a safety, he'd probably be one of the best safeties in football. Like, he's just that type of football player where you can just put him out on the field and just let him just go, be great. And I feel like,
Harrington.
Yeah. And so, like, Sean Taylor was that type of player, bro, where it's like he was a safety, but he was a linebacker. He could cover and play corner. Like, he could do all sorts of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Micah Parsons went to Penn State. He was a running back. He's recruited to Penn State as a running back. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's the caliber of talent he is, man. But yo, I see Sis getting the snacks, man. Yo, I appreciate everyone from the chat, man, jumping on, man. We went past our hour, but we just kick. This is what we do here on CFO Sports on the JJAANN app, man. We just kick back, relax, have fun, bro. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, I was supposed to be on last night. My guy DMV saw me. I went my boxing training, man. I was asleep, bro. I slept so damn hard last night.
You dying right now,
bro? My shoulders, bro. My shoulders are like so sore. Like they text me a minute ago, like, you coming back to train today? I was like, nah, I'll be there tomorrow, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta stretch that.
Yeah, I gotta stretch, man. I gotta loosen up, man. And here's the thing: we was training. I'm like, bro, we don't get no water breaks. We don't get no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell no, bro. Hell no. What you talking about? No.
Time out, bro. You can't be in the can't be in the ring. Like, so time out, bro. Hold on, fam. Like, I'm getting
DMV
sweat by
DMV, Sibo, and Freshman. Go check me out on Twitter. We can definitely do this again. I also have my own channel. Me and J Tuck have been doing this for a long time, man.
Gotta see one of the first men to find
me, man.
What's your
name on Twitter, bro?
Sid DC, and then For Life.
Yeah.
So Sid, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Yeah, man. So go ahead. So this Sid, man. Klebo, man. Tell everybody where they can find you, my guy.
I ain't on social
media. You ain't on social media.
Like,
you smart. You smart, man.
Man. Honestly, man. I just started this YouTuber, man.
Yeah.
I don't know who the first one I seen, but ever since, man, I've been following all this content.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. We appreciate it.
I don't watch Sports Center and none of that other crap because they
Facts.
Facts, man.
I like the real news right here.
I watch it for entertaining to laugh at because it's like, oh, I can't wait till we show them. That's literally what it is.
Anybody else want to slap Skip Bayless? Anybody else want to slap?
Here's the thing. I tell people,
not really.
It's this weird thing, and I started this when I was doing content creation. Like, I watch First Take daily. I actually take a nap through it, and it's weird because it's like now it's like a habit. I take a nap like every time, like at noon. I'll like turn on First Take. I'll take a nap, but I listen to it because I get so many Cowboys fans talking to me to ask me stupid questions. I gotta know where the hell it's coming from. And so, so a lot of times I hear stuff, people are like, oh, well, I heard this. I'm like, yeah, you heard it because you got it from Undisputed. So I know not to really press on it because they don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Before I started and get into this world, I was on the other side of the table. I leaned on Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper was just my guy, and what he and Todd McShay said was my thing. I have no idea what Mel Kiper or Todd McShay are saying about the Cowboys draft because I don't need it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I could do my own work. I do my own research. I showed you guys the prospect list and all the notes, and me and Professor O go back and forth all day about it. It's just the beauty of the community, and it's growing, man. Fresh, let them know where everybody can find you, my guy.
Yes, sir. Oh, me, Fresh King 36, New York City, NYC Cowboys. That's my name on YouTube, Twitter, same thing, Fresh King 36T. Yeah, find me on that.
Check my guy out, man. Dom went black, man, but y'all can find my guy Dom on Pick Six Sports, man, with BJ Nick, Spoonie, Mariella, Professor O. They did a great show, man, with Israel Mukwamu the other day, man. Definitely check that out. If you guys haven't saw that interview, if you can, man, post that in the chat if you can, man. But great interview with Israel Mukwamu, man. And I'll say this: if you wasn't an Israel Mukwamu fan before that show, you definitely gonna be it after, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was already, though.
Yeah, man. I like Izzy, man. So.
Man, I always like Izzy.
He said something, man, about his merch store. He was like, I want to earn it on the field first. Like, I want to earn it before I get in other ventures. Like, I want to earn my respect on the field first. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like.
Too. Mukamaru.
I think O can post a link. Post a link in the chat, man. But check out that interview with Pick Six Sports and Israel Mukwamu was fired. DMV, last but not least, my guy. Let them know where everybody can find you.
Oh yeah, man. You guys can find me on YouTube, DMV Fanatic. Also on Twitter, DMV Fanatic 1. You guys follow Tuck. You probably see him tweeting me all day. We be going back and forth laughing at all this banter stuff. But yeah, and I'm gonna be at the draft at the end of the month. So we gonna just like last year, me and Tuck, we
So funny thing. So we were funny. So funny. So last year, me and DMV went to the draft last year, man, and we went to a Rick Ross concert. Rick Ross is supposed to be out there like at 1 a.m. Vegas time. That man didn't come out there till like 3 a.m. Like halfway through the set, we like, bro, I'm tired. We bailing. Well, they just announced during the draft week, Travis Kelce's throwing a party and Rick Ross is going to be performing. I'm like, do we run it back? Because this time it's so close to my house, I can literally throw a football at the venue, so I can just walk home if I need to. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, we might go check out Rick Ross, man. It's always a fun time.
He's going to come out for Travis.
Yeah, he gonna come out, man. But I'm not standing out there for no 6 hours. For my feet was hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. Like, y'all ever see those girls in the club and they like take their shoes off? Like, I was like, I'm gonna take my shoes off, bro. Like, my feet hurt, man. Like, God dang, dog. Like, so, yeah, man. And Dom, man, you were checked out, man.
Enjoy yourselves down there, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
About going this year my damn self, but
the draft is always fun, man. Wedding. Kansas City gonna do it big, man. Dom, let everybody know where they can find you, my guy.
Yeah, man, I'm still at work. I'm a principal at school. So, yeah, man, you can find me over on Pick Six Sports. We do a lot of things on our YouTube Live, but also follow me on Twitter at Dom W. White. My thing is draft. I consume the draft content. I'm already looking at next year. Got some guys for 2025. It's one of those type things. And so,
y'all a fan of me, bro.
So yeah, the guys at Pick Six, they saw me. I've always been lurking for last 3 or 4 years behind the scenes in the back channels, and they're springboarding me forward. So appreciate them. Tuck, you always been a great follow.
Appreciate
you people.
Appreciate
you
it,
can
man.
See it.
Appreciate
it comes
man.
Through.
And that's what I love about the community, man, because we see so many people or just like kind of in the chats, man. Then eventually they kind of grow and find their own lane. And then Dom, you know what I'm saying, DMV. And I remember, man, Aisha, who's on DallasCowboys.com, I was doing a live show. It was like on a Saturday or something. And someone called into the chat, called into my phone show. And this girl started talking. And the whole time she's talking, like, I'm listening, yeah. And then she hung up. And I said, y'all, who the hell was that? Because she's fired. Go find her. Go find her. You know what I'm saying? Because like Aisha was just on it. And I was like, she has star potential, man. So I always tell everybody, whether you're watching my channel, Law Nation, whoever, if you love Cowboys content, do it. You have nothing to lose. If you drop a channel and you get 5 people watch it, whatever. You're going to be talking about, if I didn't have this YouTube channel, y'all, I was gonna be doing the same thing I'm doing right now. I'm doing absolutely nothing different. I'm just doing it on the camera. Like, that's all I'm doing. Like, I've been on Twitter. I've been acting the same exact way on Twitter. I just had 8 followers back then and no one cared what I had to say. Now I have almost 20,000. It's the same. Nothing's changing, man. So I'm just still talking Cowboys. So that's what I love the most about this community, man.
Appreciate that.
I was a guy who Sid found. And it's like, yo, come on my show. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, here we are, man. So I appreciate all the support, man. CFO fam. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, CFO Sports on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe. We got the CFO merch store. Actually, y'all, I'm going to do y'all a favor. So I got those Zeke hoodies, those Feed Zeke hoodies. I'm going to put them for sale tomorrow for $21. I got to get rid of them because, you know, he's gone. Unless he comes back. But I got to get rid of all those hoodies, man. So the Zeke hoodies, I'll post in the community site. $21 on CFOsportstalk.com. Go ahead and get you one. Follow me on Twitter. Sid, question?
No, I just wanted to say, man, I didn't say it before. Definitely check out my Dallas Cowboys YouTube channel as well. Dallas Cowboys, the number 4 life.com. So definitely come check me out there. We'll be doing some stuff. I'm going to chop it up with these guys. I'm going to reach out, and J Tuck, we always chop it up, man. Thanks for having me.
Check my brother Sid out, man. Like I said, Sid, man, he was the first person to comment on my channel. I was like, hey, I like you. We should do a show. And I was like, oh, wow, someone like that show. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, just got me an invite. So follow me, JTuck151 on all social media platforms, CFO Sports, man. Like DMV said, I'll be covering the draft. I'll be in the media room. I'm trying to get to the red carpet, but I got to get my suit right. You know what I'm saying? I can't be, you know what I'm saying? If I'm on the red carpet, I got to be looking right. So we're working on that, man. So I appreciate all the support. Yeah, you got to be a fly, man. So I appreciate all the support, man. Everyone in the chat, man, appreciate the support. We got a lot of draft videos coming up. The Thursday night draft show on the Final Word with me, DMV, Law Nation, Boss Cowboy, the OC. He's been kind of ducking out with his Andre Carter smoke, and my guy Big Game James. So definitely tune in for that. And like I said, we'll be hosting live draft show. So
when you brought him up.
Oh yeah. He brought him up and he dipped on us. Like, nah, bro, nah. He got to come run that, man. So I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all have a good one. Everyone stay safe, stay blessed.